This is a Fatal 4 podcast.
Curious to find out the condition of the champion's knee. It's taken heavy damage in this matchup. Top rope, splash! Didn't get all of it.
Welcome everybody to Didn't Get All of It. It's finally here. We are only a few hours away from finally not having to talk about the Wrestlemania build anymore. And Darby Allin did the thing. I'm one of your hosts, Paul Griffin. And joining me is most of the Fatal Four, including B-Rob.
Yes, I am full of joke juice.
Speaking of joke juice, it's pro wrestling, Noah.
That's right, folks. There was Barbenheimer before it, and now it is officially Dynasty Mania weekend.
We've made it. Not here tonight is Cody. He is undergoing some surgery because he has said he's looks maxing, and he insisted that we call him Code Vicular from now on. Cody Vicular.
What is
Code Vicular? So, he's hitting himself in the head with a hammer.
That's what I was gonna.
Oh yeah, covicular homicide.
Exactly that wording. I was gonna say, isn't that where you just hit yourself in the face with a hammer?
I think so. Yeah, Cody's not here. Maybe he'll show up later. He said last week he might, but I don't know if he will. Before we get into it, I have another announcement to make that's wildly topical. The Fatal 4 podcasting network will seek to acquire high-performance, low-latency AI compute hardware and provide access to under long-term lease agreements to meet customer demand in spot markets, and hyperscalers are unable to reliably service. So, with that being said, we are officially pivoting to AI. Please buy all of the stocks in us now so I can sell them at the end of the show. We are an AI company now.
What is...
You didn't hear about Allbirds, the shoe company, becoming an AI company?
Thing. Right.
And their stock shooting to the ceiling yesterday and then plummeting today.
Don't they also own Chubbies? The shorts, what are swim trunks, what are shorts?
I assume they just own every podcast sponsorship thing. Like, it's
I thought that was Chumba Casino.
It's Chumba Casino, it's Allbirds, it's MeUndies. What else is there?
I thought Allbirds was the tag team in AEW. Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor.
No, that's what the guy says in the insurance commercial. That's Allbirds, Stan.
Oh.
Those are all AI now.
Mm-hmm. See there, folks? That's what you get when you're on the joke juice.
Folks,
got plenty
this
of
intro
it.
is not good, but this podcast will be. This didn't get all of it. It's a pro wrestling podcast. And I hope it's your first time listening, because that would be really cool. Welcome aboard. We are going to talk about wrestling. We're going to talk about Dynasty. We're going to talk about Dynamite. We're going to talk about Dino SmackDown. We're going to talk about Dyna Raw. We're going to talk about Dynamania. We have so much to talk about. And if it's not your first time listening, welcome back. I'm glad you're here. If you really like us, head over to the Patreon, patreon.com/fatal4pod, or just go to fatal4pod.com. And sign up. It'll get you ad-free episodes. It'll get you Discord access. We're yucking it up all week with the fans. And for $5, you get bonus content from all of our other sister podcasts and brother podcasts. Mostly brother, actually. 100% brother.
Yeah, brother.
Also,
I want to clarify.
Not 100% brother, but get it.
Yeah. Also, I want to clarify. When Paul says we're yucking it up with the fans, he means laughing. Not like doing something disgusting.
Yeah, like
wait, does that mean a new thing now?
Yuck and yum.
Yeah,
are you yucking my yum about yucking it up?
Hey, I'm not gonna yuck anyone's yum about yucking it up. They can yuck it up the way they want to. I'm not here to judge.
I'm gonna hit myself with a fucking hammer.
Yuck maxing.
Yeah, this pod is yuck maxing. Man, what a fucking world we live in. Of all the dumb shit going on. We have a shoe company that says we do computer now. We have the ugliest guy on the planet who says he's hot and gets interviewed by real news sources. and like cries about it. He's like the weakest little bitch ever. And this dude is like, I'm looks maxing. Like, you look stupid as hell.
The future is bad, Paul. I don't know what to tell
But like, we live in a world where like that's someone who should just never be platformed. Everybody should see him and say, that guy sucks, and move on. But instead, he's getting like real attention from real media. Like, he's not like Tilly Norwood. He's real.
Also, the computer made a reality television show starring people what are fruit that are trying to kiss each other. That's just the world we live in.
I don't like it. As I see on every comment string on Reddit, none of this was on my bingo card, and I would like to get off this timeline, folks. Those are the things that people say. That's the only things they say, actually, if you've ever been on a community of posting.
I want to get off Mr. Bones' wild ride.
They don't say anything else. That's all they say. No, what'd you get up to this week?
I went camping. I went on a camping trip over the weekend.
You have a house?
Yeah, you're not wrong. I was a Boy Scout growing up. I am an Eagle Scout. Achieved that rank.
I got an Eagle Scout.
Yeah, I got the little medal and everything. And yeah, so I have a decent amount of experience camping, but I haven't done it since I was like, I don't know, like 21 maybe. I went on like one camping trip post Scouts and haven't done it ever again since. But I had a friend who had another group of guys that they wanted to go camping, so I went with them. And it was fun. It was like riding a bike, but I needed someone to just like give me a little push on the bike. And I like rolled into it pretty well. And I smoked my first cigar. They had like cigars and whiskey out there in the woods.
How was that?
It was nice.
When you had it, did you say, "Who took my cigars"?
Yeah, I really should have. I really want to make money off this. Should have brought my hat with me.
Yeah,
do the driving crooner.
Cigar guy Noah, what a thing! I've never smoked a cigar.
Really? Have you smoked anything before?
No,
I hadn't before over the weekend.
I'm gonna put a big fat one in my mouth and suck it down.
Can we clip that, please?
I said it so it could be clipped.
I will say, like, I don't know if I was doing it wrong. I feel like I was doing it right, but like, people were asking like, "How's it taste?" And I'm just like, I don't know, just kind of tastes like smoke. I don't know, like because you're not supposed to inhale cigars. You're just supposed to kind of like puff on it and swish it around in your mouth.
Yeah, you blow. Just let it roll off the palate, the roof of your mouth, kind of,
Yeah, and I did that, but like, I don't know. I feel like I was enjoying the act of smoking more than anything than like
the
actual like
we gotta put tabs on Noah.
No, that's what I'm saying. No,
he's walking around. He's fucking cool.
I know. I feel like I've said this before on this podcast, maybe that I've had the intrusive thought occasionally of like, should I get into smoking at like age 34? And then that's immediately shut down with, no, that's a dumb idea. Yeah, exactly.
with holes in my lungs.
That's probably a bad idea, but like, it looks cool. It looks like a cool thing to do. And also I have like a weird nostalgia with the smell of cigarettes because I like grew up in my grandparents' house where my grandmother like smoked 2 packs a day. So
how's she doing now?
Oh,
she's coughing maxing.
I mean, have we played the Black Parade?
Basically. Yeah, so that's definitely not probably not a good idea to get into smoking cigarettes. Well, closer to your midlife crisis than not. But hey, a cigar every 2 months possibly when I go camping. That's probably not a bad way to spend an afternoon.
Camping every 2 months now.
I don't know. Maybe these guys.
They better not go on Thursdays when we record.
I believe it's just the weekends, but it was a good time. I bought a tent. I went to an academy and bought like $100.
This guy's pitching a tent over here.
That's right. It was a bunch of
boys in the woods pitching tents.
Yeah.
Yep, putting big ones in their mouth.
And it rained, and we all went into our respective tents and took a nap while it rained. It was great.
Oh, everybody
Camping.
took a nap, huh?
Oh, yeah.
That's all they did in there? Just
Why
nap?
can I quit you?
I said respective tents.
Tucking
You know,
their
there's just
husband
one
in
big
tents in
one.
the rain.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not opposed to one big bed.
One big bed
All right,
for the
Diddy.
fellas.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Look, maxing with one big bed.
We're going to have a lot of names for this episode.
Yeah.
um,
Anal maxing.
I wanted to get into the show, but I also wanted to complain about my experience at Shake Shack this week.
Yeah,
and I feel like
please
there's
do.
no better place to do it.
You put it
Also-
in the note.
Yeah. Also, I was a scout. It was fun. Yay.
Can you guys sell me like a big tin of popcorn that's stale?
Man,
Now we
Some
had
of
the
that popcorn
almond
is all
chocolates,
right.
the chocolate almonds and all
Oh.
that shit.
I sold
Yeah.
popcorn.
Yeah.
We also sold fertilizer.
What?
Yeah, we had to go door to door to sell fertilizer.
Well,
And it
that's
was
a
heavy.
crock of shit.
Yeah, literally.
Doo-doo.
What's going on at Shake Shack?
Shake
Paul?
Shack.
You guys eat fast food more than I do.
I
Hey,
just had
what does
some
that mean?
Less than an hour ago, I had Whataburger.
Do you ever go into a fast food place?
I did
I have.
today when they screwed up my order in the drive-thru. They didn't give me my extra fry that I needed to bring home to my wife.
Maybe Whataburger's not the best example. I assume they still have people that work there, right?
I mean, when I went in there, yeah, I talked to a human.
Like there's a person behind the counter and they take your order.
Yeah,
Not like McDonald's where you have a big tablet you walk up and type everything into, or Shake Shack where you walk up to an iPad and type everything into it.
right. Yeah, no big tablet at the Whataburgers, at least I've been to around here.
This sucks so much. We have replaced 4 people's jobs with one down payment of $4,000 for iPad, so they don't have to pay anybody ever again to be a customer service person. I went and we ordered. Eventually, someone brought. I don't know why I tipped. Eventually, someone brought the food over because they give you the option to tip on the iPad. And I'm like, well, somebody's got to work here. I should probably make sure they get paid. And bring me the food. The food was excellent, all that shit. And then we left. And a day later, I get an email from Shake Shack saying, "How was your time at Shake Shack?" And I'm like, first of all, can I do anything without getting a fucking email about how my experience was? I
Yeah,
can't even
really.
buy one thing at Target without them emailing me the next day being like, "Did you like shopping at Target?" No, I didn't. I just need to go in and buy something. Don't fucking email me. So yeah, Shake Shack emails me, and I normally don't fill any of this stuff out because who gives a shit? You just hit archive and move along. And then I'm like, you know what? I didn't enjoy going to Shake Shack despite the food being good. I'm gonna respond to this. So I get in there
Oh,
and I
boy.
start giving like,
Oh, no.
they're like, "How was your experience in Shake Shack?" And I'm like, "Not good." So I basically typed
they-
up a whole.
Oh,
I typed up a
alright,
whole
yeah, I was
fucking
just-
rant about how there's nobody that works there and I miss customer service and that they're like ruining society by getting rid of people's jobs.
Yeah,
And then-
because that's what I was going to ask. I was going to ask if you had to like paragraph it or whatever, or was it just check the stars and shit?
No, I did enough bad stuff where they gave you the option to type stuff. Because I think those are prompted by negative responses. So they're like, well, why was it bad? So I typed up all that boomer shit because now I'm just man yelling at
I was
cloud.
about to say, like, you're really giving guy who shows up to the town hall council meeting and complains about like the teenagers in his yard over next being too
I haven't
loud, and
even
they're like,
gotten to the
"Sir,
best
we're
part of it
talking
yet."
about the parking at the public school. We're not talking
After-
about that."
After I typed out everything and I hit next, the next question was, did anyone welcome you to Shake Shack? No one fucking works here.
No.
And then the next question was, did anyone say thank you for coming to Shake Shack? And I'm like, how could they? They don't work. There's nobody here. It's just me, an iPad, and guy in the back.
Did they
And
say
that's
my
all there
pleasure?
is. No one works there. Even McDonald's is the same way now. You can't fucking talk to anybody. Anyway, that's my rant. I hate this. I hate this world that we live in. I just bought a book called Inshitification. I'm looking forward to
Hell
reading
yeah.
it.
Another book.
It's on the pile of other books I haven't touched.
I will say that has become one of the most frustrating things about fast food service, and their jobs are hard. They're understaffed. They're doing a million things back there, but it is,
and they're not paid enough to really give a shit. But at least they're humans.
But it is frustrating going in to a place like I had today with the fry situation, and I stood there for like 2 minutes because everyone else was too busy like doing stuff back there to come up and talk to me.
Oh wait, so nobody was standing there ready to take an order if somebody did walk in?
Absolutely not. No. They're too busy like back there, doing a million orders and
back in my day,
people
you could walk into a restaurant and you walk past the thing that's color coded so people know how tall you are in case you rob the place. And there's someone behind the counter that says, "Hello, welcome to Taco Bell. What can I get for you?" And you tell them the order and they type it in and you pay them. And then you put the quarter in the thing and you watch it fall down the water and not land on anything.
Oh,
and then,
I love that thing.
And then they get your order wrong and you go back and say, "Hey man, could you like give me a different taco? You fucked up." And they're like, "Yeah, sorry, whatever." Now it's all computer. Everything is computer.
But then you eat the food, and then when you leave, you get to ring the bell that's on the wall, and that's fun.
That's only if you survived cancer. You're not supposed to ring that at the Taco Bell unless you've beaten cancer.
If you survived cancer and you enjoyed your service.
Right. Yeah, you got to let them know.
Thank you for your service.
Yes, thank you, B-Rob.
Now only people getting thanked for their service are military. B-Rob's probably happy about that. He's like, finally.
I don't care.
These people in the service industry don't get any thanks because they don't exist anymore.
Do you think anyone has ever gone into the Shake Shack and hacked the iPad to get Flappy Bird to play on it?
Oh, did you see that video? The guy with
who's going to stop him? I'm going to go load Doom onto
machine.
it. Play Doom in there.
Yeah, I seen a video like that. A guy was hacking all his friends' vapes and putting Flappy Bird on it.
The vape, their vape
I did
rigs.
See that. I think because I saw it on you reposting it.
Yeah. So he hacked their vape, and they had to score a certain amount on Flappy Bird in order to inhale their toxins.
Hell yeah!
Dang. Did your cigar have Flappy Bird on it, Noah?
Or was
it just that brown rod?
It was just brown rod, but it glowed. It goes in the center of it glow. I do think that it's funny that I'm like, what if I got into cigarettes? But then I'm confronted with vaping, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah, vaping's lame.
Smoking looks way cooler than vaping.
Ooh, I'm hitting some tasty water out of my little lightsaber, loser.
Yeah, get a cigar.
You see, where vaping fucked up is that, like, I remember when vaping first started, and they had like the e-cigs, like they just looked like cigarettes, but they were black. Yeah. And had the little like glowy tip at the end. And like, that looks cool. And
just the tip.
Now they just look like rectangles with a little spigot that you put your mouth on. It looks way less cool now.
Well, shit, they look like goddamn spaceships and all kind of crazy shit now.
I wanted cyber cigarettes, and we don't have that.
We have no hope.
The future's bad.
The present's bad.
So who's going to crinkle up them papers? Cody normally crinkles the papers.
I mean, we don't really have any news.
I mean, the news is video game related.
Oh yeah, I need the ambient noise.
There we go. Now it's news time.
What do we got here? What do we got here in the news? You guys like Fork Knife?
Stone Cold's there.
Stone Cold, Steve Austin, and Liv Morgan are in Fork Knife now. You can play as them or something.
Does Liv Morgan have her "I Love Trouble" shirt in
She does not. She does not. But hopefully they'll add her new song in post, and you can enjoy it.
Yeah. And then
playing
when
Guitar
you get
Hero
in the
Fork Knife with Liv Morgan song.
Liv, still beautiful woman, but she is looking rough nowadays.
It's because she got her head beaten in.
I know.
It's not her fault. It's her job. Her job abuses her. That's like the only news. How's it WrestleMania week and that's all the news? Like, all I see is people bitching about like the media run that everyone's doing. Like, Triple H said this. Can you believe he said that? And it's like, yes, his job is to promote the show. Of course he's going to say that Cody.
To say things.
His job is literally to, like, people are like, wow, he said there's no replacement for Cody Rhodes. Isn't that his job? Not this week. This week, his job is to convince you that Cody Rhodes is the best guy to walk into the fucking planet and main event WrestleMania.
I want to see that. see somebody walk into a planet.
You
We
can
might be
in,
doing it in the next 2 years, right?
Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Did you see that guy with his fucking
Galactus?
no. The Cody guy with his fucking Street Fighter garb on.
Oh, Cody Rhodes guy.
Yes.
Not Codevicular.
No, not Covicular. No.
Codevicular.
That's like, what is that?
yeah, I
Is
saw it.
that like a Code Red just done by Cody?
No, that's the name of the guy who hits himself with a hammer and OD'd this week because he's look maxing. Dude should fucking be TJ maxing. Shut up, bitch.
What's that
Damn, I would roast him so much to his face. He'd be so sad.
He would continue to hammer himself.
Yeah, what's going on in wrestling? You guys watch Dynasty, right?
Dynasty.
Yeah,
yes.
Dynasty happened. I feel like, I don't know, I had a pretty decent time watching it. I feel like the response online was mixed.
Noah doesn't like our responses because we yell too much.
Huh?
Yeah, in the Discord.
Oh, in the
Which you
Discord.
too can be a part of by going to fatal4pod.com and signing up for our Patreon.
Fatal for what?
I said pod.com.
Did B-Rob he disappeared for you too, right? That wasn't just me. Yeah, okay.
Oh, did I ninja on you? I'm sorry. Fatal4pod.com. That's FOUR.
Yeah.
That'd be so funny if people are like, FOR. What the fuck? Especially after 100 episodes. And the fact that it's just how you spell a number.
Mm-hmm.
Most people know how to spell number. Except when you use number to spell number. Yeah, so Dynasty, I watched 0 Hour, which I don't do every time, but I actually thought the 0 Hour was like pretty awesome for a change. It was mostly women's matches. Well, with you had Alex Windsor versus Marina Shafir. Camille showed up.
Yep, she did. Hey, like, no lie. This might pop Paul, but I forget that I don't work with fellow wrestling people at my job. So damn, I had it like playing in the background, just like with my earpiece in. And then, the part with Camille, when I just audibly out loud was like, Camille!
Yeah, no, it's a stem for me, and I blame you guys.
But that's not a wrestling thing. That's an SNL thing.
Yeah,
I just thought you were watching the Cosby
it's
Show.
a us thing because of wrestling, though.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit, they don't get it.
It's
That's all
involuntary.
right. You don't got to get it.
Yeah. Someone who did get it was Jack Perry, and what he got was continuing to hold his national championship.
Mm-hmm.
He defended it against Mark Davis during 0 Hour. Yep. That was cool. Divine Dominion doing their thing still against Hyan and Maya World.
Maya World. Yeah.
Love seeing them around.
That was a hoot of a match just to see the homegrown girlies.
Yeah, they are Houston natives and or Texas natives, and they went all the way up to Canada for this match. That's crazy.
Good shit.
Then like Young Bucks versus Okada and
open the show proper.
Yeah, and like the match was fine. I would say like most of the matches on this card were fine.
Mm-hmm. And then like this was just pomp and circumstance for the real deal that's happening because of this.
Yeah. B-Rob, I assume you left the room when Ricochet versus Jericho was happening.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. No, that checks out.
I mean, I've seen bits and pieces of it, but like, no, you know what? You know what actually happened? Around this time, I completely left the pay-per-view because I had to go podcast about WrestleMania on another show. So shout out to Devin Cox and the Devin Cox Experience.
Oh, okay.
Talking about Cox on our fucking show.
Hey, man, we were just talking about all the things just a little while ago.
That was cigars. That's different.
Don't yuck his yum.
Yeah, yuck all over it.
Yeah. Darby defeated Andre El Idolo to get his title shot.
What the fuck?
Andrade.
There you go.
Did I say Andre?
You said Andre.
Oh.
Andre the Idolo.
Eric Andre El Idolo. The FTR versus Cope and Cage.
That picked up toward the end for me. I was
about to say, it did not live up to the match that they had last year.
Yeah, it just kind of, my mind just kind of floated around until the end sequences.
Yeah, and then they fucked up the finish because FTR won.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Why?
Yep.
Canada liked it though. All their hometown heroes lost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then Kevin Knight won the TNT championship in that Casino Gauntlet match. So that's cool.
That's my guy, man. That's my guy.
Glad to see that because I believe he lost the trios titles.
Yeah, the night before.
The night before on Collision. But glad to see that he still got some gold there.
Mm-hmm. And there's like a little underlying story like between him and Speedball as well. Cause like,
some discontent perhaps.
Yeah. It was leading into the trios with them and Hangman. And then it was coming out of the trios with them and Hangman and going into the trios with them and Mystico. And it was just like a little la. But I feel like at some point they're going to have a singles match and it's going to be hopefully concluded with mutual handshakes and congratulatory celebration.
Yeah. And like that match was headlined by Tommaso Ciampa kind of kicking things off and skipping ahead and Roosh, but skipping ahead to Dynamite just a little bit, just for a second, when Tommaso had his match and he was shouting out like he wants the gold.
All the gold.
He wants all the gold. And in addition to wanting the TNT championship, he also, shouted out whoever was holding the world title by the end of the episode that he's coming for the world title as well. And
I like that.
Hell yeah. No, I love like belt hungry Ciampa. That's my favorite Ciampa.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of hoping. I just want to get through this so we can speak more to that in the Dynamite wrap.
Yeah. Well, Tekla still has the women's world championship wrapped around her. And a very good match I thought with Jamie Hayter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wish Jamie Hayter won? Yes, I do.
Yes, but
it was still a good match, and I think they're still. I feel like they're really building to maybe Windsor.
Mm-hmm.
Windsor, because again, it's kind of skipping over to Dynamite. They had a promo. Tekla and Windsor did,
and I want to talk about that because that was funny.
Yeah,
I said all you bitches and you just appeared.
Yeah, I've said it before. I don't really like Tekla's.
This one was hilarious. She is a stinker, but this one was hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah, Jon Moxley and Will Ospreay in kind of an upset.
Yeah, I was surprised.
But Jon Moxley went over Will Ospreay.
Yeah, and then he made it look like he did it just like this was nothing.
Yeah. Which I think they're kind of playing into like, Will's kind of like beat the hell up.
Yeah.
He's kind of
like he wasn't fully ready.
Yeah.
Still got a little bit of doubt at him and Omega.
Yeah, so they
suffered a similar fate here.
Right. Yeah. And the conglomeration defeated the Dogs.
And this was hilarious. Not because of the intro.
Yeah,
the intro was good. No, I like the intro.
It was hilarious.
Did you like the guy peeing on stuff? Is that the part you liked, or did you like the other part that was cheesy? Because I like the cheesy part.
I like the cheesy part.
No, I like the part where Gabe Kidd, 2 minutes into the fucking match, broke his shit and couldn't finish the goddamn match.
Which I feel like isn't uncharacteristic of Gabe Kidd. I mean, not necessarily the getting hurt part, but like just the
stop and start of it all.
Just like fucking around and just like going crazy.
But like we talked about that too. It didn't look like it was nothing extreme that caused the injury. I think he like fucked up his arm or whatever. But think about his tenure here in AEW so far. He's done some wild shit. The matches with Darby, just all the mayhem that he's caused and been through, and just the simplest shit took him out. Funny stuff. Not to include the fact that over in New Japan that he's doing somewhat of a AEW takeover invasion angle over there for the global title, which now he can't further push that because he's fucking injured. So they had to pull him from that. And now Yota Tsuji has a mystery opponent, or I don't think they really decided who they're going to put in his spot yet. So rest in peace, Gabe Kidd. Literally, I guess.
I guess. And then the main event of Dynasty was the Devil MJF versus the God of Pro Wrestling, Kenny Omega.
I think that's cringe now.
What?
Just calling yourself a god of anything?
Oh, is it a little like how like the word epic is kind of
B-Rob
played out
in God anymore?
The
That sure wasn't on my bingo card.
No, I didn't say that. I just I don't like anyone calling themselves that in any capacity. So it just hits the ears wrong, kind of like the N-word.
I don't think
I'm not going to comment on that.
I know it's not up to me to decide that, but they sure don't feel comparable.
Well, but like, think about it. It's kind of the same because the wrong person says it and it hits your ears wrong, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So no shit.
I agree with B-Raw. What did you think of MJ versus Kenny Omega, B-Raw?
It happened.
Yeah. I mean, it was like a 40-minute match.
Yeah.
It went on a long time.
Too long for my liking.
Pretty long. But in the finish. So I do kind of like the way that, you know, they've really been playing up the way that MJF wins his matches is with the Dynamite Diamond Ring. And this match started with the referee going like, hey, I know you have it. So he confiscates the ring first thing during the match. And then, 40 minutes later, or more realistically 35, whatever, there's a ref bump.
Yeah.
And then MJF goes and loots the ring off of the ref's
the downed ref.
And then uses the Dynamite Diamond Ring and then, plants it back. But
so, and that was the thing. It was the whole trope of it all. Cause we were in the Discord, live viewing the things or live commenting on it or whatever, cause that's illegal. But, we said, all right, there's Bryce Remsburg. There's going to be a ref bump.
Yeah.
Like right out the gate, I said, that's his fucking job. If Bryce Remsburg is going to do anything besides referee, he's going to take a fucking bump.
He loves to bump.
Yeah. So once they pulled the ring out of play, we was like, oh, maybe we'll get some. Because my thought about it is they had the battle royal for the Dynamite Diamond Ring like 6 times now, and MJF has won all of them except for one. That's the one that Bandito won, correct?
Yeah.
So in my mind, and maybe you can refresh it because I'm scatterbrained as shit. Didn't him and Bandito get into it and he took Bandito's ring from him? So giving MJF 2 rings?
I think so.
Yeah. So in my mind, when Bryce Remsburg did the whole thing, hey, I know you got the ring, give me that. And he took it. I thought MJF was going to pull out the secondary ring.
That's a good point.
But this way was okay too.
I did like this way. And also that feeds into what happened on Dynamite during the main event, which do we want to just go ahead and talk about the main event, Dynamite?
Yeah, we just talk about the room. We could just I got a couple of things on Dynamite.
Yeah.
I can just breeze through them real quick. As we spoke about, Kevin Knight has won the TNT championship and he had his first title defense on this show against Claudio Castagnoli. How did you feel about this match? Were you able to watch it?
Yeah, I mean, it was good. And
exactly.
Yeah, it was.
So, like,
I
for
mean,
me,
it was, pretty
for me,
formula.
like I said, I've been riding with Kevin Knight for a long time.
Yeah.
And like to see his like upward momentum in this company is like kind of unheard of for like a new talent in the AEW sphere, I guess. Cause like they have plenty of new talent that's come in, like, I mean, one of them being Speedball and a couple of other guys that they got, but they kind of treading water right now. But Kevin Knight has slowly been going upward and whatnot. But this match with Claudio, like, he looked really freaking good. And I don't know if that's a testament to his skills, which, I mean, yes. Yeah. But, like, is Claudio just that good?
Oh, I think Claudio's that good as well. Yeah, it was just, they were definitely working in tandem for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it was some good shit. He took advantage of a lot of his vertical acumen, his jumping abilities and shit. Because, like, it felt like a lot of times when he did those freaking lariats or whatever, that he just kind of paused in the air, then clotheslined the motherfucking shit. It's just,
yeah,
I love that guy.
I really hope that they are going to treat Kevin Knight's title reign very similarly to how they treated Kyle Fletcher's, just in the fighting champion.
In the meantime,
yeah,
because them two are going to have to come to a head for that title.
Ooh, that's going to be good. Yeah, it's going to be good.
Mm-hmm. And I believe like they did kind of good in the way by the TNT title, because you swapped out a hot young talent for another hot young talent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I can appreciate that.
Yeah, this kind of new generation of AEW grown stars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then Ospreay and Hechicero.
Yeah, the one thing I will say about this, I mean, it was cool. I mean, because Hechicero being awesome. This like technical master, really, targeting all the things that are wrong with Ospreay right now.
Yes,
but the finish where Hechicero has Ospreay in an arm bar, Ospreay gets vertical, puts him in the Styles clash.
Yeah, one arm because he's in an locked in the other arm. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was so good. That was so good.
Fun stuff. Yeah, but let's speak to this main event. Darby Allin versus MJF. Now, I don't know if you peeped it, but to me, it was a feel-good moment nonetheless, but like it was written all over Darby's face from the beginning of the goddamn show. Like, this dude could not keep composed for a single goddamn minute. He had the shaky baby cry voice the whole promo at the beginning of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, you can feel the vibe. You can feel the energy and shit. And boy, when I saw Sting.
Yeah, Sting showed up and I was just like,
I was like, fuck.
Wait a minute. He's winning. What?
I said, this dude has to win.
Yeah. They got Sting all the way over here.
They're in his hometown.
How's he not going to win?
What if Sting showed up and turned on him and cost him the match? What a treat that would have been, right?
That would have been some WWE shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you would have known he was going to do it because he had all gray hair. Sting don't normally do that. He got black hair.
Yeah. Yeah, he came on short notice.
Mm-hmm.
So the match starts.
Goo.
And MJF, like, at Dynasty, the ref is like, hey, I know you have that ring. Give it to me. This time, MJF, I think, knows that he has strategies to like get the ring back now. So he's like, oh, you know what, Aubrey Edwards, here's the ring. I have it. We all know I have it. Here you go. And Aubrey's like, okay. And then while her back's turned, MJF goes for the low blow on Darby. But then MJF goes for the ring. And then Darby gets a low blow.
Hits him with the low blow.
Followed by a Scorpion Death Drop into
shout out to Sting.
4 back-to-back coffin drops, each on each corner of the ring.
Turnbuckle, yes. He went coast to coast.
And then into a headlock overtake.
Takeover.
Yeah, headlock takeover pin. And Darby Allin is the new AEW World Champion.
Regardless of how you feel about this, I believe this was a storybook ending and it shouldn't have ended any other way. just because of the past.
Yeah.
Everything leading up to this point, just between these two individuals. I mean, regardless of, the shit that Darby did in his career aside from him, but between these two individuals, this couldn't have ended any other way.
But
I think it's interesting how hotshotty it was against this type of reign that MJF has had.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, it's nice to have a feel-good moment in wrestling. There's not enough of those.
I legitimately felt the vibes. I felt good from this shit. The Sting part, him tearing up in front of his home crowd and his family's cutting his promo and shit, and just like you could just see it, man. It's just like, this is a moment. I like that shit.
Yeah,
I thought his promo delivery was good, but it did remind me of that complaint we had many episodes ago about how everything is about this company.
Yeah,
sure. That like, AEW does that a lot, though.
But I mean, specifically
like
him,
and me, and I did this for this company. It's like, yeah, but why don't you go win a fucking title for you?
But I will say the one thing that I do find kind of deflating about all of this is that it does kind of give off the vibe of like at the Oscars or like, at any kind of like awards thing where it's like, we're giving this guy the award for his performance in this movie. Was it particularly good? Not his best, but this guy's been in the industry for a long time and he deserves an award. Like, that's kind of what this feels like.
I mean, Darby should have won the world title
a long
many
time.
times over.
Yes. No, that's what I'm saying is that like the build up to this was kind of happening in Darby world.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't really happening like, kind of on a bigger stage. It was just kind of happening like from match to match with Darby. And there wasn't really like an overall, like center stage Darby and MJF story happening. Mm-hmm. They have a lot of history, but there wasn't like a narrative being told in that way.
Yeah. Not currently.
Yes.
It just kind of, like I said, come to a head because of their past and all that stuff.
Yes, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's just like for you as a fan, you just had to keep track of that. I know it kind of sucks, but like
sure.
I remember, and this shit was great for me.
Yeah, and again, long time coming. Glad he finally has the world title.
Now to circle back on that. Circle back on that though. Earlier in the night when Kevin Knight beat Claudio and he got on the mic, cut a little promo because I think he's from around there. I think they were saying this or some shit like that. Or he went to school training there as well. So he's semi a hometown guy or whatever. But he made his intentions clear that he wanted to go for the world heavyweight title. And then we will have Tommaso Ciampa who will say, I want the heavyweight title. So he already got two contenders in line for him or whatever. Yeah. So this title reign with Darby, him and Kevin Knight will be good. Him and Ciampa will be good. But I kind of feel like Ciampa is going to loom in the background and kind of seize the moment because I can see Ciampa becoming champion. And then who else? I mean,
MJF.
No, well,
he can.
I don't want that. I don't want them to run that back.
He's gonna have to run it back.
I don't want them to do that. I hope this was because one, Darby deserves it, like how we talked about, but maybe MJF go and do other movie, get his hair plugs resewn, something.
I mean, Mox beating Ospreay sure sounds like they want to set him up for something.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a history.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting that it's not predictable.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I also like the seeds that AEW has been planting with their title reigns lately. Like B-Rob, you were saying with Kevin Knight and Ciampa implicitly stating that they are coming for the title.
Mm-hmm. And Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega backstage when they had their heartfelt buddy shoulder promo thingies.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they both also made their intentions known that they want to gun for the heavyweight title as well. So there's at least 4 people openly admitting that, hey, I want that goddamn belt. And that, just looking at those combatants or whatever, that's a good lineup of opponents for Darby Allin. Not to omit Brody King, because he said he want that shit and he gonna go through everybody to get it. So him and Darby gonna tangle again.
Maybe Darby and Brody King with special guest referee Tim Robinson.
That's only for y'all. That's only for y'all.
And then he comes out with the concrete Halloween mask.
Yeah, and blades in his pockets.
See, it's a slippery slope if you invite Tim Robinson on that show. I know it will pop you guys or whatever, make you feel good, but there's a more than 0 chance that he would have to cross paths with Chris Jericho, and I would probably implode in this bitch.
That would be a problem. We'd have to find a new host.
Also, Samoa Joe is there too. It's just three least favorite people.
No, you are unlocking all kinds of phobias and fears right now.
Well, why don't we get out of here for a second so B Rob can reset?
Yeah, the B stands for take a break.
Yeah.
When we come back, we're going to talk about WrestleMania, the show that is happening this weekend. Welcome back to Didn't Get All of It.
Whoa!
I hope you enjoyed all of your ads. I hope you got an Allbirds AI shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you got casino recommendations.
Yep.
I get car dealerships now.
Got anything with the joke juice on it?
Yeah, I hope you spilled joke juice on yourself. You got to clean up and had a little laugh.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about WrestleMania. The show that I think we're all sick of. I feel like we've been on this is the longest road to WrestleMania ever, and nothing has happened on this road.
Like, for real, the podcast that I did, all we did, I think the main topic of discussion was WrestleMania, but we was talking about how it's lost its luster.
I don't think it's lost its luster. It's still the granddaddy of them all, but it really
feels
like
by
proxy, Age of the Immortals.
This one's just been thrown together in such a weird way. It doesn't feel like they knew what they were going to do at Survivor Series, like the other ones used to.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
TKO trying to recoup that money.
I mean, it sounds like their ticket sales are fine at this point.
Yeah, because if you're going to buy it, you're going to buy it. But it sucks for the people who had dreams and aspirations of attending their first WrestleMania or taking a child to their first WrestleMania, and they got to take out a mortgage for fucking tickets and shit.
Not to be a total apologist here, but
it's business.
People ain't going to the fucking Super Bowl on a cheap ticket. This is WrestleMania.
I have issues with that.
It's for the rich people, which just so happens to be wrestling fans. For some reason, have the most disposable income of all fandoms. For some reason,
yeah. What?
Just look in the crowd. These people show up to these events with 2 replica titles around their shoulders, the most expensive cardboard T-shirts that money can buy straight from WWE. I know that some people are mad at ticket prices. I think there's a lot of people that are mad at ticket prices that aren't going. Yeah, and that we're never going to go. I think they should be priced a little more reasonably, but at the same time, I'm like, it's WrestleMania. Sometimes shit's expensive, and what are you going to do?
But also at the same time, I mean, it's not just because of ticket prices and everything. I think it's just WrestleMania as a whole. I mean, yeah, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to be sitting here front and center on my fucking couch. But we've had discussions with former hosts and even myself included to where I don't even want to go for WrestleMania. I want to go to the accompanying shit because of WrestleMania. I don't want to sit there for 2 fucking days.
Last time it was in New York, we all went to New York and did not go to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
It was a blast. We went to the shop that was attached to it. That was before they brought back WWE World.
Yeah, WWE World.
Or fan access. They just weren't doing it for a while. But we went to the shop that was out in Brooklyn, and that was a hoot. And then we went to bars and watched wrestling at the bars, and that was great. And I think I had more fun doing that than I would have sitting in MetLife.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'll go to another one someday.
Someday when there's one goddamn show.
I mean, we talked about it last week. It's like, do we want to go to Vegas? I heard Donald Trump's in Vegas right now. That could be something.
Oh, well, I mean, my concealed carry license works in that state.
I don't know what that means, B-Rob.
Unrelated.
B-Rob is just telling us facts about stuff.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know.
Unrelated factoids.
I love to learn.
Mm-hmm.
We love learning, folks. Hey, you know what? Here's a great time for you to learn what's on the WrestleMania card, Noah.
Oh boy, tell me.
Because you probably haven't been paying attention. And I'm going to tell you what's on the show.
Yeah, tell me what's on the show.
So, WrestleMania Night 1, the first two matches, the first hour of WrestleMania will be available.
The YouTube match
will be available to be watched on ESPN2.
Electric Boogaloo.
I don't know what this means.
I was about to ask.
My hope is I can just put on the ESPN app and it's just there and I don't have to like flip through channels to find WrestleMania. That sounds dumb as hell.
Well, yeah. So like there's regular ESPN, which you can probably have through your normal cable provider or a stream provider or your Disney bundle. Yeah. And then there's ESPN Premium, which I believe WrestleMania proper will be on.
Yeah, that's the one I got. I think I'm sure this will be easy.
For you.
For me. And they're kicking that off with, so these are the two free matches that you can get if you stumble into a bar and see that they have left ESPN2 on after Trick Shot Billiards has ended and you're like, what the hell is this? There's a wrestling show tonight and it costs a subscription service? I better go home and sign up. They're going to hook you with the opening contest of The Vision, Logan Paul and Austin Theory teaming with iShowSpeed, the guy from Internet, with Paul Heyman against the Usos and LA Knight in a 6-man tag match. We're pumped for this, right, guys?
So weird.
And no.
What a weird combination of people.
To be fair, the iShowSpeed stuff has been very enjoyable. And like
he's
how he got into this. He's very good at what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. I didn't get him at first. I still don't to an extent, but he's more palatable than fucking Logan Paul.
I was to say, yeah, of the internet people that they have pulled, I am definitely more of I tolerate iShowSpeed way more than I do Logan Paul.
Well, they're on the same team, so that should even out.
I don't like that.
They're on the same team with Austin Theory, so now there's someone who's worse than both of them.
And then I appreciate the fact that it's right up first so it can be gone and out of the fucking way.
Yeah, it's inconsequential. It's not for the tag belts or anything, even though it should be. Because it'd be cool if it was for the tag belts and LA Knight won the match, but the Usos got the belts. You could do some story there.
Yeah. Or you can even like finagle it like how they've done before to where like if you pin one of the tag team champions, you will become the tag team champion or whatever, some shit like that.
And now you're forced to coexist with the other team member.
Yeah.
Also in this ESPN2 block of wrestling is the unsanctioned match between Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre. That means they're going to brawl.
Yeah, they're probably going to go all over the stadium and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Well, probably just ringside, maybe.
I'm fine with that. Just to cleanse your palate for what's to follow.
Right. So that is the free shit. Now you will have to switch to your streaming provider to catch the following matches.
And this show is brought to you by NordVPN. NordVPN. Use promo code FAP to...
That should be a promo code.
You know what? I'm going to give it.
It only works in red states.
No, it's F4P. F4P.
Oh, yeah, FAP.
Yeah, so on the side, I'm going to try to reach out to NordVPN.
Now that I realize my faction team is named F4 Pod, I'm just going to be like FAPod.
Yep. My faction team is Pinlock. I don't know why I came up with that.
I don't know what that means.
Me neither.
Stephanie Vaquer will be defending the world title against the Royal Rumble winner, Liv Morgan, who still has the fucking bump on her head from last Monday.
Her lovely lady lumps.
Also,
she got an extra one.
Bumps. I thought she had bops.
Yeah. We should talk about that.
Should
on
we?
Raw this week. Well, Noah watched the whole thing before the show, so
I did.
It would be a waste of that time spent to not discuss.
I don't want to waste Noah's time.
On Raw this week, and I think earlier that day, they released Liv Morgan singing a song music video.
That's what you call it?
She got a tattoo.
I don't understand why this happened. Nothing about her character has ever expressed I would like to sing music or do song, and
yeah,
they
this
should have
is just
said
like
no.
out of nowhere.
I will say this was a lovely thing to watch on mute. She is a very pretty person,
Mm-hmm.
and I like that.
As does Paul enjoy all his digital media on mute.
Hey, you know what? You guys were all up my ass about playing things on mute. And then this Liv Morgan video comes out, and look who's living high and mighty over here, not having to hear it. Except I did hear it because it aired during Raw, and halfway through it, my wife is like, "What is this?" And she likes Liv Morgan. So that happened, and allegedly, it's going to be her new theme song.
Oh no! I mean,
it's almost Shawn Michaels-esque and shit.
Like, there are worse theme songs in wrestling than this song.
At least it's original, I guess.
Well, production-wise, it does sound like something that Def Rebel would make. Like, it just sounds so
bad,
bad and uncreative.
She does not sing. She just talks to
that's the other
rhythm.
thing, is that they put this like lo-fi like microphone filter over half the song. And I said this before the show, before we started recording the show, but it sounds like a Hillary Duff B-side from the late 2000s. Is how I would describe the song that Liv Morgan sings.
And the video looks like an old Britney Spears video.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe she'll sing herself to the ring. I assume this match is going to be a blast. Like, the amount they hate each other, like, this should be fucking good. Stephanie Vaquer should retain.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't think she will, but I think she should.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of ladies matches, they have a lot on this show.
Ooh, a lady.
AJ Lee will be defending the Intercontinental Championship against Becky Lynch again.
Yay!
These two haven't done anything, so we have nothing to say here. AJ should retain just because it would be nice to see her still be around.
Yes.
All right, another ladies match with all the ladies. B-Rob, calm yourself. It's the irresistible forces of Nia Jackson, Lash Legend, against Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss.
I just realized I'm not going to watch a lot of this tonight.
Against Bayley and Lyra, against maybe the Bella Twins. Because there was that rumor that came out that the reason that Io and Asuka was not added to WrestleMania was because Nikki Bella's ankle hurt, and they might want to rotate Asuka and Kairi into this match.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should have put Io and Asuka on this fucking show anyway, and just
double duty, baby.
Just figure it out. Like, it's insane to me that Io Sky and Tiffany Stratton, who won huge matches last year on WrestleMania, are nowhere to be seen on this show.
Hey, man, everybody can't be on WrestleMania.
But like,
everybody
Io Sky is one of the biggest stars on that roster.
It makes no sense.
That's the joke. Come on, man. Look at my joke juice all over my table.
I'm sure she'll make an appearance because of, like, the Rhea match, but
interference somewhere, save something.
She should be wrestling. You know what they could do? Here's an idea. It's too late for it. Io Sky versus Tiffany Stratton. Winner gets a title shot against their brand's champion after WrestleMania. Easy peasy. They threw Kurt Angle and Benoit into X7 the week of.
fuck it. Just expand the tag teams in this match. Throw the kabukis in there for shits and giggles.
How is that? I mean, I know how it hasn't. How's that not happen? Both of their things are, I do moonsault good.
Oh, the
There's a
moonsault
program
Battle of the
there.
moonsaults.
Yeah.
They can have a salt off.
Yeah, so this is for the tag titles. Right now, Nia Jax and Lash Legend are the tag champs.
Mm-hmm.
I
Which
think
I enjoy.
Bayley and Lyra are going to walk out tag champs.
Which I would enjoy also.
They've been talking a lot about how, like, last year they were supposed to challenge for the tag titles, but Bayley got taken out by Becky, and then she missed it, so now she's back. I think it makes sense to put the belts
Full
on
circle.
them. Yeah, and I think we set the seeds for the Charlotte and Alexa program here as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a bummer, because they're a pretty great team together.
Mm.
All right. The fellas are also on this show. We're getting Seth Rollins against Gunther.
In a retirement match, Seth has put his career on the line against Gunther.
Oh, if only. Not actually.
Well, maybe he put his persona on the line in this match. So after Gunther beats the shit out of him or whatever, you won't be goofy dressing guy anymore.
He's not dressing goofy right now, but one of the promo that Gunther cut on him this week was about how when Gunther was world champion, he wanted to fight the best, and he thinks Seth Rollins is very good. And at that time, Seth Rollins was just being a little bitch in the Vision, dancing around and faking injuries and making a mockery of wrestling. So now he's mad at him. And you know what?
That's a good reason.
I'll accept it.
Mm-hmm. I'll allow it.
The real reason is, oops. We had nothing for you guys, and now we have to figure this one out.
Yeah, but you
I'll take
figure
it.
some shit out for these two motherfuckers, but you won't
I'm
figure
sure
shit
this will
out
be
for
very good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure it'll be very good. Yeah, I have nothing else to say about it. Also, the main event of night one, the match everyone's really excited about now. They weren't 2 weeks ago, but now that they've added sports personality Pat McAfee to it, everyone is pumped. Cody Rhodes is defending the WWE Championship against Randy Orton with his good pal Pat McAfee in his corner. Allegedly, it says this on the stipulations. I don't believe this is true. Pat McAfee will leave pro wrestling if Randy Orton doesn't win. I think he's just lying.
I don't think so.
I mean, Donald Trump said if he lost that last election, we'd never see him again. And here we are, folks. So
that's a different white guy, though.
I mean, he's just being a fucking heel. He's just going to show up and be like, "I lied to you. What do you care?"
My name is Matt Packlefee.
Yeah.
There you go.
Joke juice. Don't spill it.
I hope this match is good. Randy Orton doesn't have a good WrestleMania track record for good matches. Like, he had a good one last year, and he had a good one
31.
against The Undertaker a long time ago.
31.
31. What was 31? Seth?
The pop-up Seth, yeah.
Yeah, that one was good. But there's a lot of crap in between there.
He had The Fiend. Or no.
He had The Fiend
I don't think he
and
was
Bray
The
Wyatt
Fiend yet.
at different Manias.
Yeah. That's funny.
Neither good.
Well, one got set on fire. And both are dead, though. So.
Neither good.
Rest in peace.
So that'll be night one. On paper, I think this looks like a very enjoyable show. I think the steps they took to get here have not been enjoyable.
Nah, they fucked
But
it
like
up.
Liv and Stephanie will be good. AJ and Becky will be good. Gunther and Seth will be good.
Mm-hmm.
The women's tag could be fun. Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre feel like they need to prove something.
Yeah.
Who's more
The rest is fine. And like Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton is a toss-up.
Mm-hmm.
Could either be great or it could be a disaster.
Right.
Randy gonna break out the punt because Pat McAfee is a punter.
Jelly Roll is going to save Cody Rhodes from getting punted.
It's gonna save the business.
In turn, he will take the punt.
Which is good.
Jelly just got
tie-in.
rolled. Jelly just got rolled. Another thing that happened, they announced that John Cena is hosting both nights of WrestleMania. And on Raw this week, Adam Pearce was kind enough to inform Danhausen that John Cena would probably like to talk to him at WrestleMania. So I assume we'll be getting some sort of John Cena Danhausen moment in the ring.
Will he curse him?
WrestleMania. Maybe. I think it would be very funny if he did curse him, and the next night, instead of Danhausen meeting him in the ring, like it's Gunther or something. I don't know. I don't know how it would work.
I don't understand why people say they can't see you. I can see you perfectly fine.
Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen.
Yes.
I don't know. I assume they only do that one night, and then the other night they do something else.
Danhausen is going to be on this card, but like not at a wrestling capacity because they shenanigans, which I don't have a problem with. But like, why isn't he like the co-host or something like that?
I don't know. Do you think? I pitched this dumb fantasy booking to you guys. Do you think because John Cena's retired, maybe he's confronted by The Miz and Kit Wilson, which leads to Danhausen coming out, Cena announcing a match, but he can't wrestle, and he announces Danhausen's partner.
Oh yeah. I would be fine.
We think this is how they get Joe Hendry on this card?
I want that. I would like it.
It'd be fun.
Mm-hmm. It would be.
It
would be hoot.
All of your hopes and dreams rolled into one thing.
On NXT this week, Joe Hendry did a little sing-along thing, and the crowd in Florida is so fucking stupid they couldn't figure it out. But he did a rhyme, and he got interrupted. But he was basically saying like, do I go after the NXT title or do I go to the main roster? Except he was cut off before saying that, and one of the new guys showed up and beat him up, and he's going to wrestle him this week. I assume that if you want to call him up, you do it on SmackDown with The Miz. Mm-hmm. So maybe they set that up at Mania.
Yes, because I want to see Danhausen and Joe Hendry do the turnaround pose together.
This would be very fucking great, right?
I do. That's why I'm saying it. Because Danhausen can like do the spin and turn around with the curse. That'd be cool. I'm down with this. I want this, please.
All right. B-Rob's right. This could be the greatest night in the history of our sport. When we come back, we'll talk about the second greatest night in the history of our sport. WrestleMania Night 2. There's another one, folks. There's 2 WrestleManias this week.
The sequel to Night 1.
We'll be back. And we're back. It's time for WrestleMania Night 2. The second WrestleMania this weekend.
Spill the juice.
Don't spill the juice. Night 2, WrestleMania. What are we looking at here? Okay. First hour, available for free on ESPN. Regular.
ESPN heavy.
Flagship ESPN first match of Night 2. The match that probably the match most people are hyped up to see more than anything else on this show. Free on ESPN. Strategically, I get why they're doing some stuff on the free. Like the idea of, hey, maybe someone will see this on Sports Channel and decide to hop over.
Mm-hmm.
I would not have put this match here. I would have said this is the first match on paid WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. But Brock ain't sticking around, so fuck it. He said, let me get my shit in and get out.
Yeah. So it's Oba Femi against Brock Lesnar in a match that could completely ruin everyone's night before it gets started.
Yes.
I think
this is the pace for the rest of the show.
Everyone has to know that Oba Femi has to win this match. It shouldn't even be a fucking question.
I've got bad news, Paul.
I'm afraid I got some bad news for you.
That's the problem with all of us wrestling fans is we've watched this long enough to know that's not guaranteed. And there is a possibility that Brock Lesnar could just beat Oba Femi here after weeks of perfect build and perfect establishing of Oba Femi as the guy to beat Brock. And an amazing promo on Raw this week from Oba. For him to lose would be extremely bad.
I just hope they don't Samoa Joe him.
What would that be?
Yeah, what does that mean?
I mean, it was exactly the same thing when Brock went up against Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe handed Brock's ass to him like easily, but Brock just popped up F5 and it was over.
Oh yeah, Great Balls of Fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, even in the lead up to that Great Balls of Fire match, Joe was putting the hands to Brock.
I will say, as much as I liked Samoa Joe, especially at that time, and thought he should have
won,
he ain't there anymore, and he really didn't do much after that. Like, dude spent a lot of time doing great commentary, and then eventually left.
After that was the decline.
Yeah, he should have won, but I don't think that would have changed anything in his career. I do think that if Oba Femi wins here, I think that changes things in his career.
Yes.
It does not hurt Brock in the slightest, especially because Brock is like definitely done at SummerSlam.
Plus, I believe it would change a little bit of WWE shit.
It would definitely help some of the allegations.
Yeah. Yes.
So that's on ESPN. Also on ESPN, Penta is defending the Intercontinental Championship in a ladder match against Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Rusev, who I think is there to catch people, and Rey Mysterio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's the only non-tiny boy, right?
Yes.
I mean, Javon Evans is tall, but he's still a thin boy.
I don't think anyone doubts that this match could steal the weekend.
Yeah, he still boys the skinny.
Does Javon Evans do his finish off a ladder?
Yes. There's no doubt in my mind.
These guys are going to do some crazy shit. I would be shocked if someone doesn't leave this match
injured. Especially with Evans and goddamn Dragon Lee in this bitch. Some wacky shit is going to happen.
I mean, if it's me, I think Penta retains. But if they wanted to do something cool, they could put it on Javon.
So
people would love it.
Yeah, I would love it, especially. So I'm looking at this card.
I'm telling it to you.
So, no, I'm just saying, Oba has to win.
We love to learn.
Javon Evans has to win. Jay Cargill has to win. Trick Williams has to win.
The Demon Finn Balor has to win. I see where you're going.
Yeah. You get me. You picking it up.
And then CM Punk and Roman Reigns has to have someone else join the match. Maybe The Rock or something.
Night 2 is the darkest card ever.
Well, once you're done enjoying those two matches on ESPN, you'll be prompted to sign up for the ESPN Super app and go over to watch the rest of the show, featuring Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley, one of the worst built matches, I would say, of all time going into WrestleMania.
Worst built matches, but not the worst built people.
If they were feuding over Japanese shampoo, this would be better. Noah doesn't get that.
I don't. What does that mean?
Was it Booker T? Yeah, it was Booker T and Edge at WrestleMania. No.
What?
It was Booker. It had to be Booker T. Was it 19?
Which was it, the Gone Hollywood one, or was it a different one?
Hang on. Booker T versus Edge. It was WrestleMania 18. That's right. I got them mixed up. I thought Booker and Triple H was 18, but that was Jericho. No, going into WrestleMania 18, Edge was shooting a commercial for a Japanese shampoo company, and Booker T was mad that he didn't get picked because he has better hair.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the feud.
Yep.
Yeah, and people said that was bad. And in hindsight, I would say it was good because we still remember it fondly today.
I was about to say, wrestling used to be good. What are we doing?
Well, Jade and Rhea are arguing about who has bigger muscle. So this is on par with Scott Steiner and Triple H. I don't even know if this match will be good. I think Rhea's great. I don't know if she can carry Jade here.
I think she's strong enough.
I think she can lift her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they'll surprise me. If it's me, Rhea takes this belt.
But can Rhea lift Omos?
Can she lift the Big Show?
Hard-hitting questions.
The Big Show. It's never happened before. Anyway, Rhea and Jade will have a match. It will be a match, and hopefully Rhea wins the title here because she's been so far away from the title for so long. Also on this card, apologies to Carmelo and Ilya, who were building up to a program That is no longer theirs because Sami Zayn is defending the U.S. Championship against Trick Williams, despite weeks of Ilya and Carmelo being like, I want to fight you. Well, I can't fight you. Well, I want you to fight me. Would have been perfect if they did it at WrestleMania, but instead they took the belt off Carmelo, and neither guy will be on the show. Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams. I think the reason that happened is because they are putting the belt on Trick very quickly.
Pretty please.
I could also see them not doing that and Sami just retaining because he is a heel.
No pretty please.
And Trick Williams is too cool to boo.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he wears lemon pepper steppers, Paul.
I assume that who was that rapper that was with him last week? Maybe he'll probably be there.
Lil Yachty?
Yeah, Lil Yachty will probably be there. So that's a match that's happening. The Demon Finn Balor returns to take on Dominic Mysterio.
I don't like how they built that.
Yeah, why?
I just wish it was a surprise.
I don't mind the telling me that it's going to happen. Like, they're selling tickets, they're selling merch, but it takes some of the mystique out of this because I think Finn Balor has to steamroll him.
That's the thing, right? Is
the Demon.
Yeah, the Demon has not had great outings in recent history, so
they
really
have to rehab this whole face paint thing.
Yeah,
and
he better not get on the top rope.
Maybe he won't. Maybe he'll do his finish from the second rope.
They need to do a like thinking about it and then going, nope, I know what happened last time, kind of bit.
Yeah, maybe so. So that match is happening. Finally, another match that's had build. CM Punk is defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Roman Reigns. On Raw this week, they opened with a pre-recorded Roman promo that was a fucking stinker.
Cinema.
And he was like calling out every CM Punk lie with footage. He's like, you said you weren't here to make friends, but all you got is friends. And they showed like all these pictures of him with
like Roxy and all them.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's not the own you think it is. He's like, you're a liar. You actually do have friends. Like, got him. I bet he feels real bad. So that was stupid. And then they had a promo to end the show where CM Punk basically was like, I'm jealous of you because I had to work my ass off to get here and you had everything handed to you, which all fair points. And then they just did not fight. They didn't even play tug of war with the title. They just stared down.
You remember that awkward ass tug of war him and Brock had?
Yeah. It was bad. I think Roman Reigns should not win this match because I hate him. I think he's very bad. But storyline wise, this belt only exists because he was never around when holding the other one. He should never hold this championship. This is not his belt.
The only way I would accept Roman Reigns in victory as if they turned around on Monday and did some cool shenanigans with it. That's the only way I accept it. Yeah, like he loses it on Monday or some shit like that.
Okay, we cannot fantasy book this into reality. We've tried so many times.
I'm just saying, that's the only way I'll accept it.
We've tried so many times to fantasy book something cool, and we get disappointed every time. I would love for Oba Femi to beat him on Monday, and then everyone be like,
yes,
wow, a title change after a pay-per-view? They're copying AEW.
Yeah, because that would be cool. Because I mean,
copy them because that was a good idea.
You get the Oba win over Lesnar, and then you get the Roman win over Punk, and then you get the Oba come out, I'm the ruler. This is my yard. No, fall from grace. There you go.
I mean, maybe we'll see what happens. I assume these two will have a very good match because Punk can fucking turn it on, and I don't know. Do you get a shit ton of interference here? Because they've also established that Roman Reigns and Pat McAfee are pals now.
I thought he talked shit about McAfee.
Maybe, but Roman said on Monday that he likes Pat, and now they're like tweeting back and forth, and then Pat was like, Roman's going to get the job done this weekend after Orton gets it done. So they're like, Roman Reigns, for some reason being cheered, is absolutely still the heel here, and has loose alliance with Pat McAfee, by words. I don't assume Pat McAfee will be out here. That would be very bad, unless they do like, oh, Randy Orton and Roman Reigns win the titles with Pat McAfee standing between them would be horrendous. fantasy booking doesn't work, guys. Don't if you're going to take anything from the show, if you're listening, whoever works in the back of WWE still, do the Oba thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do that one.
And the Javon Evans thing, and the Jay Cargill thing, and the Trick Williams thing,
and
the Finn Balor thing.
A couple other things that we did not talk about. One being Royce Keys debuted on SmackDown. His finishing move is a spine buster.
Duh.
Yeah,
that's what it was before.
Yeah,
but like, what are we doing here? Give me a cool fucking move.
That is a cool move.
I found this was he had a match with
local talent.
I think it was Birdo.
Oh yeah. It was both of them. It was Los Garzas or whatever. Or
it was just one Garzas.
Both there. Yeah, because one of them definitely tried to interfere. That's probably why I got confused. But yeah it was Umberto.
He sold a lot more than I expected. I kind of thought he would just run through him and be like, "Look how tough this guy is." Mm-hmm. That didn't happen, and he just kind of won. Crowd wasn't super into it. I assume he's winning the Andre Trophy on Friday.
Oh yeah, they do that.
So that's a thing. He won't be on WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's everything that was worth talking about from TV. I know that's the Mania preview. Is there any amount of this that has gotten you excited in the last several weeks?
Oba Femi.
Yeah, Oba Femi.
The Intercontinental title match. And that's about it.
I am interested to see what happens with the Demon Finn Balor. I don't know if I'm excited for that match, but I am interested to see what happens.
At least we'll get a cool entrance, I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then in 6 months we'll get a My Faction card you can't unlock.
And I hope that all of Paul's Danhausen and Joe Hendry dreams come true.
Me too.
Okay, I've pitched
you deserve
several
nice
great
things,
Danhausen
Paul.
ideas this week. The best one I have, outside of him saying, instead of saying "you are cursed, you are Joe Hendry," and Miz being like, "What do you mean Joe Hendry?" And then he shows up and that's his debut. That'd be fucking cool. Him seeing the MFTs walking to the ring and just joining them because they have the same face is very funny. And then they can get mad at him for being there, and he can curse Solo, and then that's when Solo loses all of his teas. And
I thought you were fans of Danhausen.
Yeah, it would be great. And then Solo can do comedy because that's what people say he's good at. So, great idea. That one's free. Please use it. Pay me in real human dollars.
Or teeth.
So we're all watching this, right? Noah, you're watching?
Yes.
I'm watching. I've put aside time to watch, yes. Mm-hmm. It's WrestleMania. I can't not watch.
Yep. I'm very excited to not hear the Aerosmith song again.
Oh, yeah. When
don't want to miss a thing?
I think it's Aerosmith.
Do we think Joe Jonas is performing on ESPN Heavy or ESPN 2?
I think he's performing on ESPN streaming between matches while people try to learn how to sign up. I think that is part of, like, they're not just going to roll from one match into the card. They're going to have to do filler. They'll play, like, a video package. He'll sing the song. Maybe John Cena will open the show. Like, there's going to be a lot between the free match and the paid match.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we'll see.
The thing I'm looking forward to most about this show is that we can finally be done with it. I have never been so burned out by a WrestleMania build in my entire life. Yeah. This has been a total slog since the Royal Rumble. And after WrestleMania, all the part-timers can go away, like Roman Reigns and Pat McAfee, and we can not Pat McAfee, he'll probably be at Backlash, but like we can finally get on with the summer of Punk.
Back to business.
We can finally get back to business. Everyone can stop getting injured. We can have matches on TV again. I don't know. I just feel like there's a light at the end of this tunnel, and it's Monday night.
That's so sad.
I've never felt this way about a WrestleMania before. Even the ones that I'm not excited about, at least some of them were like, it's WrestleMania. Who gives a fuck? Now I'm like, We're almost done. We can start looking forward to next year. They can look back at all of the bad mistakes they made this year and say, next year we should probably figure out who's going to win the Royal Rumble and how that makes sense before doing it.
You know, this ain't nothing but filler for the unscripted show or whatever, untold, whatever the fuck.
That would be something. I know that the story came out this week that Nick Khan was like, the Saudi Mania is still the plan next year. Do you think they do a hard pivot and announce a different location this weekend?
Yeah. It's not out of the realm of possibility, given that what the fuck is going on.
Right. I think if I'm them, I've already secured another location. I'm sure the Saudi will get WrestleMania someday. I don't doubt that in my mind. I don't think next year is the best idea.
Hell, they can just go over there and do a show and call it WrestleMania, just like they did with the Greatest Royal Rumble and all the other bullshit they do over there.
Yeah, they could. I think we do get a surprise, like next year's WrestleMania is going to be in New Orleans or Houston.
Oh my God.
Whatever.
I would poop my pants.
Well, clean it up with your joke juice.
Yep. I will housel myself.
I'm trying to think what else we need to talk about or what else could salvage this show. I don't know. Maybe the show just turns out to be good and we leave, we're like, well, the build sucked, but at least every match was great and we had a good time.
Yeah, it might be like AEW. You know, just the week to week is trash, but when you get on the pay-per-view, we've got some good stuff going on.
I don't think it'll be just like AEW as far as match quality goes.
Yeah, you're right. It's going to be subpar.
I don't expect iShow Speed to show out in a way that people are like, damn.
But he might.
We should probably do something with this guy. Well, do we have anything else to say?
I think happy WrestleMania, everybody.
Yeah.
Well, maybe happy WrestleMania.
Crossing fingers.
I'm trying to see if there's anything that we missed. That happened during our show that we might not have, that we need to talk about.
Yeah, what happened on TNA? B-Rob?
B-Rob, please take us. No, please don't ever talk about TNA ever again.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. SmackDown spoilers. Julia versus Tiffany Stratton has been added to SmackDown for the US title.
Mm-hmm.
That could be good. Anyway, we didn't get all of it, folks. But we'll try again next week. For myself and for B-Rob and for Noah, who is now a heavy smoker, have a great night. See you after WrestleMania, and we hope that all of your dreams about this show come true. And if not, just go back and watch Darby Allin win the title again, because that was fun. Goodbye!
You've been listening to a Fatal 4 podcast. Subscribe today wherever you get your podcasts and visit fatal4pod.com for more episodes, merchandise, and info on the Patreon.
Done. I've got to clean all this shit up.